Guys, welcome back to our channel. Excuse my appearance and excuse the background, and sorry if it seems like I'm like talking quietly. The baby is currently asleep, so I'm trying not to wake her up. Today's video is obviously going to be a very serious video compared to like all our other videos. I'm gonna try to film this in one take. There might be some cuts here and there, but I'm gonna try to do it in one take. Heard the baby moving. I don't even know like where to start this at, honestly. This is a video that I've been wanting to film for a long time, and I've just like been waiting for the appropriate time to film it, just for concerns for like my safety, and like obviously because I have a baby as well, like her safety as well. And I think now is a time where I do feel comfortable filming this, obviously, because I am filming it, because I feel like I'm safe enough to where I can finally talk about it. When I was 12 years old, I was sexually assaulted by a family member. And I say 11 or 12 because I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember exactly what age I was. I just know I was either 11 or 12. It was by a family member. Not like blood related family, but somebody that was considered family by marriage. I really don't know like what else to say. But yeah, so that happened, and like immediately, like in the middle of it, I just remember like getting off of my bed, and I don't know if I said get out or something like that. But all I know is that he like left the room, and then I ended up getting my cell phone at the time and like calling the home phone, and I was like asking like my grandma to have my grandpa come here or whatever, and like I was like, no, like I want him to come here. And like obviously she knew something was wrong because like I was calling the home phone from literally like the bedroom that's like right next to the living room, and I told my grandma what happened, and like that was that. But it didn't just stop there. It has continued up until I want to say like last year. Things like have been happening. So shortly after it happened, other things would happen. Like I really desperately wanted these people to move out of my house, so I was trying to like come up with like all this stuff to tell my grandma that they were doing. And I would take like a pencil and paper upstairs and like write stuff down, and like he caught on to that, and he would pat me down. And yeah, he would pat me down. Eventually they moved out, and that was that. Like I said, this has continued over the years, and it's more like subtle stuff, like asking about me and my boyfriend's sex life and stuff like that. And then, this is very TMI, but I did have my nipples pierced at one point. I don't have them anymore because I took them out. But the point is, I had my nipples pierced at some point, and he found this out, and he basically asked me to see them. His exact words were along the lines of, oh, like I would ask to see your nipple piercings, just not to be weird though, just because they're piercings and I'm into piercings. And I was just like, I literally said, dude, what the fuck, and walked out and went to my room. And then many months later, he would come into my room while I was changing, and I didn't have a lock on my door. But he would come into my room while I was changing. I was literally like basically butt naked because I was changing from like my bathing suit to regular clothes. And the thing is, he wouldn't knock or anything like that. Like I said, I didn't have a lock on my door. And like he just thought it was freaking funny. And after that, like I didn't feel safe in my own room. Like I couldn't change in my own room without feeling like he was going to purposely like walk in. So not too long after that, I had Trayvon put a lock on my door because I just couldn't deal with that. A lot of trauma and anxiety and stuff like that. That's why it's very frustrating whenever people say that like, oh, like why don't people speak up and stuff like that, and whenever they do speak up, people are like, oh, well, you're lying, or like, why didn't you say something sooner? And just stuff like that. And the times that I have spoke up and told somebody, it was, well, boys will be boys. Boys are just curious, or I should have done this, I should have done that. And I saw this TikTok about a year ago that was basically like making all these quotes like, it's not your fault, you were a child. And regardless of whether you were a child or not when it happened, it wasn't your fault. I was literally a child. I was just about to go to bed. I had just taken a shower. I was wearing my pajamas. I was 11, 12 years old. It was not my fault. I was a child. I just wanted to go to bed. I was a child. It was not my fault. And the excuses that boys will be boys are just curious, fuck that. No, it is not okay to say shit like that. And I should have done this, I should have done that. I got up and made him leave the room. Other than that, that was the only thing I could do. Getting patted down and stuff like that and all the other things that happened, it wasn't my fault either, because you have to realize I was 11, 12 years old, and I know this guy is only like a few years older than me, but you have to realize, like, I'm a very tiny person. I've always been a tiny person, like not height-wise, but weight-wise. And this dude, a few years older than me, fucking a good 200, 300 pounds. The first time that it happened, he was probably a good, like, close to 300 pounds. So, yeah. And if anybody thinks I'm lying, that's fine. If you think I'm lying, why, like, what do I have to gain from lying about that? Like, and another reason why it took me so long to say anything, like I said, I wanted to wait until I felt safe for both me and my daughter opening up about it. And like I said, I'm finally in a place where I feel like we are safe to talk about it. And if anybody, like I said, if anybody thinks I'm lying, especially like family members, I just don't need those people in my life then if they think that I would lie about something like that. But that is going to be the end of this video, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on our post notifications, and I will see you guys in our next one.